Hello, and welcome back to the 80% Unrestricted Classic tutorial. This episode I'll be dedicating towards uh, the new Hell on Earth Railboost. I'll be doing a Railboost rather than a Stuck Boost here. I'm separating this from the main episode that covers the Stuck Boost for a few reasons. First is that the Railboost came out after the Stuck Boost episode was made. After the main Hell on Earth episode was made, that is. I don't really want to go and re-record and re-render everything. It's a little bit easier, and also I do not recommend that a beginner try to do this in runs. What I honestly recommend is like watch the video, try out the strat, practice it, because it is really nice in that it's when you finish a Hell on Earth, you're going to be getting a pretty consistent time, in my experience. However, if you're just concerned about putting some runs on the leaderboard and getting a time down that gets all the main big skips in a reasonable amount of time, then I honestly recommend doing the Stuck Boost initially, and doing the Stuck Boost until you're really trying to like grind down your time, because the time save is pretty big for Hell on Earth, but it's very minor compared to just doing things more consistently. And you're going to be wasting a lot of time just resetting on Hell on Earth because you missed the Citadel with the Rail Boost. Whereas with the Stuck Boost, you are going to get the Citadel every single time if you do it right. And basically, if you don't fall off, you'll be getting to the Citadel every single time. So that's there. The Rail Boost is more consistent and less consistent in different ways than the Stuck Boost. Stuck Boost will get you from point A to point B every time. Railboost will not do that. However, it will get you a very consistent time at the button, given that you get to the Citadel, whereas the Stuck Boost had a lot of variance to it. The variance in the Stuck Boost, Community Gold was about a low 44, but at the top level we were accepting runs that ended the button at like a 49, which is like for a segment that short as Hell on Earth, that's pretty bonkers. However, we're resetting on like a lot of Hell on Earth because the Stuck Boost just like gives you a lot of height a lot of the time. It's hard to control the duration of the macro. It's hard to control exactly how many jumps you're getting because controlling the duration is harder than timing an input, if you get what I mean. Whereas with the Rail Boost, I'm resetting about the same amount of times on Hell on Earth, but I'm resetting for a different reason. Instead of resetting because I'm too slow and I'm too high up, then I'm going to be losing like 3 seconds to just the fall height. I'm resetting because I'm not making it to the Citadel. However, when I make it to the Citadel, I'm always within 2 seconds of my gold. Almost always within 2 seconds of my gold. But that's something that's really nice if you're grinding this run. So I'll start. I'll stop rambling about the skip and just show it to you here. The first segment of Hell on Earth is the same as before. Just grab sticky bombs and reload. This next segment, rather than during the Stuck Boost, what I'm going to do is get a sort of low slope boost there, and then Rail Boost. If you're watching my input display, it really is as simple as just double jump, hold forwards. There are some caveats, however, and I will explain those now. So firstly, this slope boost, instead of like tapping macro, I'm like landing over here. Again, if you're doing the Stuck Boost, you want to do that because this geo is really weird and will just like make you stick around and stuff and stop you and stuff. So you just want to avoid it. If you're doing the Rail Boost, however, you can just get a low boost and then go over here. Or I'm going to explain how to execute it first, and then I'm going to ramble about different considerations, different inconsistencies, different ways you can edit it, stuff like that, and a lot of different factors that play into it. Basic execution is just cap your FPS to 108, kind of align yourself here. All that really matters is that you're between this little line and this little line, but I just kind of look at this decorative part of the door and just kind of do that. Look less than 45 degrees from like this way from the wall, if you look at more than 45 degrees, you're not going to get a foot grab. I like to kind of do this. Just mathematically, you kind of want to be as close to 45 degrees as possible. However, there's a lot of inconsistencies with that I'll talk about. I like to be more like this. Double jump, hold forward at the top of the double jump, and you'll Railboost. Do that one more time. So a lot of things to consider for this are this skip is so weird. Again, small refresher on foot grabs, or on Railboost. Foot grab is just a one frame animation where you're below the ledge, you're holding forward, and it puts you on the ledge. Anatomically, a Railboost works similar to a wall dash, believe it or not. A wall dash is canceling the final phase of the dash and making it not decelerate you. Same thing with like a dash boost or a dash storage. You're just canceling the deceleration phase of the dash. And for a Railboost, you're canceling the deceleration phase of the foot grab. It looks so much different though, because a foot grab only occurs during one frame. So during that one frame, you're technically speaking, like, yeah, it's a teleport, but really your instantaneous speed at this frame where you're foot grabbing is like thousands, like up to 3,000 or maybe even higher than that. The highest speed Railboost I've ever gotten is like 3,000. And yeah, because of the fact that it only occurs in one frame, it's very frame rate dependent. Here is, wow, that was a really weird Railboost. Like, you can get like some insane wacky Railboost on 250 FPS. Where am I? Like, it's actually ridiculous. So for that reason, we capped to like 108 here. Now, talking about the specific FPS value, you could do 107, you could do 109, 110. It's very sensitive, however. Above 110, you might be usually overshooting. But there's a lot of considerations and different synergies with specifically how you do the Railboost. The fastest way to actually like set it up, and also the simplest way, is, as I explained before, just double jump and hold forwards. 108, in my experience, and corroborated by others, 108 is really good for that. There are some other, you can go all the way up to like 110, and instead of doing a instead of just doing a basic double jump hold forwards, you could do like a jumping SNW boost or something, and in theory that should give you a really, really nice horizontal trajectory, as it does in Doom 2016. For that, the reason behind that is because I'm holding down backwards and then holding down forwards, and then I'm farther away from the foot grab, but I'm also more level with it, so I'm going to get less height from it. If that makes sense. There we go. That's a really horizontal one. In fact, I actually even just completely missed the Citadel. But that's just sort of like the concept that we're looking at here, is that there's a lot of different ways to actually execute a Railboost, and different FPSs are going to be better for that. The most consistent and kind of the only one that really works, honestly, is, at least that I've tested, and that I can even think of, is just 108 FPS with the basic double jump. This works like a really nice proportion of the time. However, you know, maybe I'll be re-uploading this video at some point with a different FPS and a different input method. There was an S&W boost, more horizontal speed but less height, and so I went under the Citadel. There's a lot of different considerations. Another consideration is the angle, the specific angle that you're looking at. You're going to get more speed when you're closer to 45 degrees. However, when you're right at 45 degrees, you will not get a foot grab. That's another unexpected similarity that this Railboost at least has with wall dashes. But that's not because it's a Railboost. it's because the rail boost is sending you this direction, but there's a wall right in front of you, so you're like bouncing off the wall and going that way. So you want at the least amount of speed possible to be canceled by the wall. However, you don't want the angle to be so steep then that you just straight up don't get a foot grab. For that reason, I try to like not risk it. I try to be decisively less than 45 degrees. Like that. You can, if you want, you can risk it and be super close to 45 degrees, and mathematically that should be a better quality rail boost, but your quality of life might dwindle because of missing the rail boost. That time I was too low. This trick is just honestly weird, and I do not think that it is a fundamentally inconsistent trick, but more just fundamentally the height at which you actually press W is so specific to get you the same trajectory every time that it is effectively an inconsistency. Maybe that'll change later with like a visual cue that someone finds. However, I can't find a visual cue if I'm being completely honest, and the way that it is right now is honestly not bad. Like, I'm resetting some runs to not making it to the Citadel, but I think I'm resetting less runs to Hell on Earth because of the fact that I'm not resetting to going too slow anymore. With a stuck boost, I would often overshoot it and have to reset because I'm losing like 10 seconds, not 10 seconds, but like 5 seconds to just airtime. However, in this case, I can just like, I'm going to be resetting to missing the Citadel more often. However, when I do make it to the Citadel, I'm never going to reset because I'm too slow, unless I like land like all the way back there. But that's like a royal mess up there. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. In terms of content for this video, I'm just about done. I'll reiterate what I recommend you should do as if you're new to the game. If you're new to the run, especially if you're new to the game, in runs, you should do the stuck boost, but on the side, oh my god, the sticky bomb. On the side, be practicing the rail boost. Because eventually, if you stick with the game, you're going to want to start doing the rail boost. Not only because it's faster, but because you're going to start resetting Hell on Earth because they're too slow, because you got too much height. And for quality of life, you will probably be better off doing the rail boost at that point because you're going to be resetting just about as often. However, you're going to be resetting for a different reason, and for a reason that is honestly less bullshit than just having too much height, and it's just faster. So when you feel like you can afford to reset more, and when you start resetting more to the stuck boost, then switch to the rail boost is my recommendation. So with that, I'm done with this rail boost for this video. I'll see you in Exultia. If you want to see something kind of cool though, completely unrelated to the actual rail boost strat, then keep watching. So you're still here. I'm going to show you something kind of cool. Small bit of exposition. This is obviously the rail boost spot. There's a second rail boost spot in this level, and it is back here. You go up here. It's this wall. This sort of like wooden texture wall right here. You can only rail boost on this side. You cannot rail boost on this side. Likewise, the actual like rail boost strat spot, you cannot rail boost on this side. Only this side. For this one, I'm going to be doing like kind of similar thing. I'm going to be on 180 FPS so it doesn't like fling me out of space, but rather into space, hint hint. And basically just doing the same inputs, but I'm foot grabbing onto a higher wall. This one's significantly more finicky. And there it is. This should be enough height and speed to reach where I want to go. That. If you've ever wondered where the initial Novik cutscene of the game takes place, here it is. Alright, now I'm going to start using no-clip. I have not found a way, actually, to get the textures of the fortress to load in. However, you can see that like these are the two screens here: Earth, demonic presence searching, New York, helper signal detected. Like this is the physics and like the models that are loaded in here it's literally just the fortress. It's not the entire fortress, it's just like the main room, but I thought this was kind of cool. I just kind of found this by accident when I was shooting off into space when I was first testing out the Railboost. And yeah, there's some other stuff out here. Let me give myself some no-clip speed. Say 200. So there is... This is a different part of the cutscene here. This shows the Martian surface. I'm not sure why it's only a slice of the Martian surface here, but it is. There's also like this part, like this is supposed to be, might be like a repeated slice, that it's like only showing part of it here. And this is like the outline there. There's an asteroid here, which is kind of fun. It has collision. Oh wait, it doesn't have collision. Maybe it was this asteroid that had collision. This stuff is funny though, and there's really no point in it, but other than it's hilarious. Oh, this one didn't have collision either. You can see there's also a little blue dot out there, and it's going to disappear from my view if I look straight at it when I get closer. This is the one that had a collision. And I'm going to keep the slow approach just for suspense. There it is. Now it disappeared. You can still look at it when it's on when it's not in the center of your view. There it is. There's like the actual hell on earth in the distance there. You can see. It's a little like miniature, like I don't know, Neptune or something. It has collision. I just got stopped by it. You cannot rail boost on it, even though it does seem pretty paper thin geo. And stand on it. I guess I wasn't standing on it. Let me try to stand on it and try to like rail boost on it or something. Do something super fucked up. I think I'm standing on it now. Oh, I have no clip on. There. Now I have no clip off and I'm standing on it. Can you rail boost on this? Looks like you can't even mantle. Disappointing. Man, that is actually just about does it for this video. I guess maybe if you really feel like it, play around with the fortress over here. Maybe you can get the textures to load in. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, peace. See you next Ultia.